Isabella Martinez, 26, spent her evenings at Moretti's Café in the Bronx, grading papers until her eyes burned. As a high school English teacher making $52K a year with $35K in student loans, the cafe's quiet corner was cheaper than therapy and more productive than her depressing studio apartment. For 3 weeks, she'd noticed the man in the corner booth. Older, attractive, intimidating in a way that made her avoid eye contact. She never knew he'd been watching her just as carefully, until the night her abusive ex, Jake, stumbled in drunk with his friends. Until Jake grabbed her violently in front of everyone while the cafe went silent. Until the man from the corner booth stood up, and with a voice that commanded absolute attention, said 5 words that changed everything. Nobody touches what's mine. Comment where you're watching from. 3 weeks earlier. Dominico Santoro didn't believe in fate. He believed in strategy, timing, and leverage. He believed in protecting what was his and destroying what threatened it. He'd built the Santoro family into one of New York's most powerful operations through careful planning and ruthless execution. He did not believe in love at first sight, which made it deeply inconvenient that he couldn't stop watching the young woman in Moretti's Café. Dom had been using Moretti's as neutral territory for 15 years. Sal Moretti owed him favors, kept the back booth reserved, ensured privacy for sensitive conversations. The cafe was public enough to seem innocent, quiet enough for business. 3 weeks ago, she'd walked in. Mid-20s, petite, dark hair pulled back in a practical ponytail. She'd ordered coffee, claimed a table by the window, and pulled out a stack of papers that she attacked with a red pen like they'd personally offended her. Dom had noticed her the way he noticed everything. Catalog, assess, dismiss. Except he hadn't dismissed her. She came back the next night, and the next. Always the same table. Always the same enormous stack of papers. Always the same fierce concentration that made her chew her bottom lip when she was thinking. By the end of week 1, Dom knew her order. Black coffee, refilled 3 times. Sometimes a muffin she'd eat absent-mindedly while grading. She stayed exactly 2 hours, packed up efficiently, and left. By week 2, he'd learned her name. Isabella. Bella to the barista who knew her. Teacher at a Bronx high school based on the papers she graded. Always polite, always tired, always alone. Dom told himself he was just observant. That noticing details was survival in his world. He didn't tell himself why he started scheduling evening meetings at Moretti's more frequently. Why he made sure to arrive when she'd be there. Why he found himself watching her grade papers instead of reviewing contracts. Marco, his head of security, had noticed. Boss, the teacher, you've been watching her for 2 weeks. I'm aware. Want me to run background? Make sure she's not a problem? She's not a problem. Then why the attention? Dom had no good answer. Leave it. But he didn't leave it. He kept watching. Kept noticing. The way she'd smile at difficult students' work, writing encouraging notes in the margins. The way she'd stretch her neck when it got sore, rolling her shoulders unconsciously. The way she'd check her phone occasionally and frown, like she was expecting a call she didn't want. Week 3, Dom admitted the truth to himself. He wanted her. Not just physically, though that was undeniable. He wanted to know what made her smile beyond her students' work. Wanted to know why she came to a cafe every night instead of going home. Wanted to understand the sadness that sometimes flickered across her face when she thought no one was looking. He was 42. She was probably mid-20s. He ran a criminal empire. She taught high school English. It was impossible. He watched her anyway. 3 weeks earlier. Isabella Martinez was excellent at ignoring problems. She'd perfected the skill during 2 years with Jake. Ignore the jealousy. Ignore the controlling behavior. Ignore the way he made her feel small. She'd finally stopped ignoring it 6 months ago when he'd shoved her against a wall, hard enough to leave bruises. She'd left. Changed her number. Avoided places they used to go together. But Jake didn't ignore well. He'd shown up at her apartment twice, her school once, each time drunk, demanding to talk, refusing to accept that they were done. Each time, Bella had gotten him to leave through a combination of neighbors threatening to call police and sheer stubborn repetition of, "We're done, leave me alone." It worked, temporarily. She'd started going to Moretti's Café because it was public, and Jake didn't know about it. She could grade papers in peace, surrounded by the gentle noise of other people living their lives. It was soothing in a way her studio apartment wasn't. The café became her sanctuary. She noticed the man in the corner booth on her first night. Hard not to notice him. Tall, built, expensive suit, dark hair graying at the temples, presence that commanded the room without him saying a word. He looked dangerous, important, like someone you didn't approach without invitation. Bella had carefully not looked at him again, but she felt his attention sometimes. Nothing creepy, just awareness. Like when you know someone's looking at you, but when you glance over, they're reading or talking to whoever they're meeting. She told herself she was imagining it. She told herself she didn't find him attractive. She was lying to herself on both counts. By week 2, she'd learned he was irregular. Reserved booth, always the back corner, always men in suits coming to talk to him with serious expressions. Business of some kind. Probably legitimate, but Bella's instincts said maybe not entirely. Not her business. She graded papers. He conducted meetings. They existed in the same space without interaction. It was fine. Week 3, Tuesday night. Bella was neck-deep in essays about The Great Gatsby that proved most of her students hadn't actually read The Great Gatsby when the door opened. Jake walked in. Bella's stomach dropped. He wasn't alone. 3 of his friends. All of them loud, all of them drunk. Please don't see me, Bella thought desperately. Please just order coffee and leave. Jake saw her. Bella. His voice was too loud, slurred. There you are. Been looking everywhere for you. The cafe went quiet. That particular silence when everyone knows something bad is about to happen. Bella stood. Calm voice. Exit strategy. Jake, you need to leave. Need to leave? I need to leave? He was walking toward her, his friends following. You don't return my calls. You block my number. You avoid me. And you're telling me to leave? We broke up 6 months ago. We're done. You need to go. He reached her table, grabbed her arm. Hard. We're not done until I say we're done. Bella tried to pull away. Let go. You don't get to just leave. You don't get to... He yanked her forward. Bella stumbled. Her papers scattered. Jake was yelling now. Face red, grip painful. You think you're better than me? You think you can just... And then a voice cut through the chaos. Deep, calm, absolute. Let her go. Dom had been reviewing territory maps with Marco when Isabella walked in. He'd noticed immediately, the way he always did. Had watched her claim her usual table, pull out the familiar stack of papers. Had felt the satisfaction of her presence like he was exactly where he was supposed to be. Then the drunk idiots walked in. Dom had clocked them immediately. Trouble. Loud. Looking for a fight or a victim. When the leader spotted Isabella, Dom's entire body went tense. He knew before the man spoke. Knew from the way Isabella's face went pale. Knew from her body language. Smaller, defensive, afraid. Ex-boyfriend. Had to be. Marco must have felt Dom's energy shift. Boss? Wait. Dom watched. Let it play out. Gave Isabella a chance to handle it. She tried, stood, spoke firmly. Did everything right. The piece of shit grabbed her anyway. Dom stood. He didn't remember making the decision. Didn't remember crossing the cafe. Just registered Marco behind him, the room going silent, and his own voice cutting through the noise. Let her go. The drunk fuck turned. Took in Dom. Didn't let go of Isabella. This is none of your business, old man. Old man. Dom almost smiled. Almost. I'm making it my business. Let her go. Last time I'll ask nicely. The idiot's friends were backing up. They had survival instincts even if he didn't. They'd recognize danger. Who the hell are you? Dom moved closer. Didn't answer. Just looked at the hand on Isabella's arm, then at the man's face. Let the silence speak. Isabella's voice quiet. Jake, please, just go. Jake. Dom filed the name away for later. I'm not going anywhere. This is between me and my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, Isabella said firmly. She's not your anything, Dom said. He was close now. Close enough to break the man's arm in 3 places if he wanted. Close enough to see the fear finally registering in Jake's eyes. Let go of her arm. Step back. Leave. That's your only option. Or what? Dom smiled. No warmth, just teeth. You don't want to find out. Jake tried to hold his ground. Failed. His hand loosened on Isabella's arm. Not enough. Dom looked at him. Really looked. Let Jake see exactly what he was dealing with. Jake dropped Isabella's arm like it burned. Good choice, Dom said quietly. Then, louder, addressing the entire cafe. Nobody touches what's mine. He felt Isabella flinch beside him, felt the room absorb the claim, felt Jake's friends pulling him toward the door with urgent whispers. Jake looked between Dom and Isabella. Yours? She's not. She is now, and you're leaving. If I ever see you near her again, if you ever speak to her, look at her, think about her, you'll regret it. We clear? Dom's hand was in his jacket. Not drawing a weapon. Not threatening explicitly. Just implying. Jake and his friends ran. The cafe stayed silent. Dom turned to Isabella. She was staring at him with wide eyes. Fear. Confusion. Something else he couldn't identify. Are you hurt? His voice was gentle now. Completely different from the cold threat he'd used on Jake. No, I'm fine, She looked around. At the scattered papers, the watching customers. Back to Dom. Who are you? Dominico Santoro. Dom. He bent down, started collecting her papers. And you're Isabella. How do you... You've been here 3 weeks. I've been here longer. I pay attention. She bent down too. Their hands brushed, reaching for the same essay. She pulled back quickly. Thank you. For helping. You didn't have to... Yes, I did. But saying I'm yours was the fastest way to make him leave and ensure he doesn't come back. Dom stood, papers in hand, offered them to her. Sit. I'll get you coffee. We should talk. I don't think... Please, 5 minutes. Let me explain. She hesitated, then nodded, sat. Dom gestured to Marco. Her usual. And bring mine. Marco disappeared. Dom sat across from Isabella, careful to leave space, non-threatening. I'm sorry if I scared you, he said. You didn't scare me. Or you did, but not. She stopped. Started again. You scared him, not me. Which is good. He needed to be scared. He doesn't listen otherwise. He your ex? 2 years together. 6 months broken up. He won't accept it. She looked at her hands. He's shown up a few times. Drunk. Like tonight. Usually I can get him to leave, but... Not tonight. Not tonight. Marco brought coffee. Isabella's black, Dom's espresso. Left without a word. Isabella wrapped her hands around the cup. What you said. About me being yours. You know that's... a claim. Yes. And I meant it. She looked up sharply. You can't just claim a person. We don't even know each other. I know you're a high school English teacher. You grade papers every night from 7 to 9. You drink your coffee black with 3 refills. You write encouraging notes on your students' work even when they clearly didn't do the reading. You're kind to the staff here. You're dedicated, hardworking, and beautiful. Isabella's face flushed. You've been watching me. Yes, that's observant. I notice things. It's how I stay alive in my business. What business? The kind where I can make sure Jake never bothers you again. Permanently. She went pale. You're going to kill him? No. Unless he gives me reason to. But I'm going to make very clear what happens if he comes near you again. He'll listen. I don't need a bodyguard. Or a protector. Or whatever you think you're doing. What do you need? The question seemed to surprise her. What? What do you need, Isabella? Because from where I'm sitting, you need someone to take your ex-boyfriend seriously enough to make him stop. You need to feel safe. You need to not spend your evenings looking over your shoulder. Am I wrong? She was quiet. Then softly, no, you're not wrong. Then let me help. Why? You don't know me. This isn't your problem. It became my problem the moment he put his hands on you. Dom leaned forward slightly. I've been watching you for 3 weeks. Not because I'm a creep. Because I couldn't look away. You're dedicated, strong, kind. You work yourself exhausted for students who probably don't appreciate it. You deserve better than a man who treats you like property. And you're different? You just claimed me in front of the entire cafe. I did. But if you tell me right now you don't want my help, I'll walk away. I'll still make sure Jake leaves you alone, but I'll do it from a distance. You'll never see me again. He met her eyes. Is that what you want? Isabella stared at him. Dom watched her process, saw the fear, the curiosity, the exhaustion, the temptation to accept help she'd been refusing for 6 months. I don't even know you, she said finally. Then let's fix that. Have dinner with me. Tomorrow night. Somewhere public. We'll talk. Get to know each other. You can decide if you trust me. If you don't, I'll arrange security for you through other means and disappear. If you do, he paused. If you do, we'll figure out what comes next together. This is insane. Probably. But Jake being too scared to come near you, that's not insane. That's practical. She almost smiled. You're very confident. I'm very good at what I do, which is protecting what's mine. I'm not yours. Not yet, but I'd like you to be. Isabella picked up her coffee, drank, set it down. One dinner, public place. And if I don't like what I hear, you leave me alone. Deal. And you make Jake stop bothering me regardless. Already done. He won't bother you again. I guarantee it. How can you guarantee that? Dom smiled. Because I'm going to have a conversation with him. Tonight, after I make sure you get home safely. You're going to follow me home? I'm going to walk you to your door. Make sure you're safe. Then I'm going to have my conversation with Jake. Then I'm going to go home and wonder if I've lost my mind for asking out a woman 16 years younger than me who I met by threatening her ex-boyfriend. Isabella blinked. 16 years? I'm 42. You're what, 26? Yes, that's a lot. I know. If it bothers you, tell me now. I'll still keep you safe, but I won't pursue this. She studied him. Does it bother you? It should. You should be with someone your own age. Someone who teaches at your school or goes to museums on weekends. Someone normal. That's not an answer. The answer is, I don't care about the age gap. You're an adult. I'm an adult. If we both want this, it's no one else's business. But I care if it bothers you. I don't know yet. I need to process everything that just happened. She stood. Walk me home. We'll talk more tomorrow at dinner. But Dom. She used his name deliberately, testing it. If this conversation with Jake involves you hurting him badly, I need to know. I don't want anyone hurt because of me. I won't hurt him unless he makes me. I'll just explain consequences, vividly. That's not reassuring. It's honest, and I promised you honesty. She nodded, packed her papers. Dom left cash on the table for both their coffees, then held the door for her. The walk to Isabella's apartment took 12 minutes. Dom cataloged every detail. The building security, the neighborhood, the potential vulnerabilities. Marco followed at a distance with 2 other men. At her door, Isabella turned. You have people following us. Making sure we're safe. They'll stay outside tonight, just until I handle Jake. And tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll pick you up at 7. Wear something comfortable. And Isabella... He waited until she met his eyes. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for helping, even if your method was intense. Intense is what I do best. She smiled, actually smiled. I noticed. Good night, Dom. Good night, Bella. He waited until she was inside with the door locked before pulling out his phone. Marco appeared beside him. Boss? Find Jake. Bring him to the warehouse. I need to have a conversation. How severe? Severe enough that he never forgets. Not severe enough to kill him, yet. Marco nodded and disappeared. Dom looked up at Isabella's window, saw the light turn on. He'd meant what he said. She was his now. Jake would learn that tonight. And tomorrow Dom would begin the considerably more challenging task of convincing Isabella that a Mafia boss 16 years her senior was exactly what she needed. He was very good at convincing people. The next evening, Bella changed outfits 4 times before settling on jeans and a soft sweater. Comfortable, like he'd said, but also nice enough for dinner. She felt ridiculous. She was going to dinner with a man who might be a criminal and who had claimed her in front of a cafe full of people. This was insane. But Jake hadn't called, hadn't shown up. For the first time in 6 months, Bella had woken up without the low-grade anxiety of wondering when he'd appear next. That was worth a dinner. At 7 exactly, her buzzer rang. Dom's voice through the intercom. It's me. Bella buzzed him up, opened her door, watched him climb the stairs. He was in dark jeans and a black button-down. Casual, but still somehow elegant. Still commanding presence that made the narrow stairwell feel smaller. Hi, she said. Hi. You look beautiful. You look dangerous. He smiled. I promise to be on my best behavior. What's your best behavior? You'll find out. He offered his arm. Shall we? Bella took it. Let him lead her to the car waiting outside. Not the SUV from last night. A normal sedan, driver in front. Dom opened the back door for her. Where are we going? She asked as they pulled into traffic. Small Italian place in the village. Family owned. Quiet. Good food. Do you own it? No, but the owner owes me a favor. We'll have privacy. How many people owe you favors? In this city? Most of them. Bella studied him. What do you do exactly? I manage family business interests, real estate, import-export, some hospitality ventures. That's vague. It's diplomatic. The full answer is, I run the Santoro family. We're, let's call it an organization with diverse interests, some more legitimate than others. Your Mafia. That's a loaded term. But essentially, yes. Bella should be scared, should demand he turn the car around. Instead, she asked, Why are you telling me this? Because I promised honesty, and because you deserve to make an informed choice about whether you want me in your life. Most people would lie. I'm not most people. And you're too smart to believe a lie anyway. The restaurant was small, intimate, with checkered tablecloths and candles on every table. The owner greeted Dom warmly, led them to a private corner booth. Wine appeared without ordering. Bread, Antipasto. Did you talk to Jake? Bella asked once they were alone. I did, late last night. He won't bother you again. What did you say to him? I explained that you're under my protection, that any attempt to contact you, approach you, or harm you would result in consequences. Severe consequences. Did you hurt him? I didn't have to. My reputation did the work. He understood. Your reputation. People know who I am, what I'm capable of. Jake is smart enough to be scared. Bella sipped wine. I should be scared too. Are you? No, which is probably a problem. Normal people would run from a mafia boss who claimed them. You're not running. I'm not running, because I'm tired, Dom. I'm tired of being scared. Tired of looking over my shoulder. Tired of Jake ruining the tiny bits of peace I managed to find. You made that stop. In one night. So no, I'm not running. What are you doing? I'm having dinner with you. Getting to know you. Deciding if this is the worst decision I've ever made, or potentially the best. Dom smiled. Fair. Ask me anything. Anything? Anything. I'll answer honestly. Okay. Why me? You could have anyone. Women probably throw themselves at you. Why a broke teacher 16 years younger who comes with an abusive ex? Because I watched you for 3 weeks and saw someone extraordinary. You work yourself exhausted for students who probably don't deserve it. You're kind to everyone. You're dedicated. Strong. You didn't back down from Jake even when you were scared. You're beautiful, and don't seem to know it. And when you concentrate on grading, you do this thing where you chew your lip, and I find it unbearably attractive. Bella felt her face heat. That's a lot of observation. I'm thorough. Clearly. Food came. Pasta, veal, vegetables cooked perfectly. Bella ate slowly, gathering courage for her next question. The age gap, she said finally. Does it really not bother you? Honestly, it should, but it doesn't. You're 26. You've lived through an abusive relationship. You support yourself. You teach high school. You're not a kid. You're a grown woman who knows her mind. He paused. But I need to know if it bothers you. I don't know yet. I've never dated someone that much older. My parents would probably have opinions. Your parents? Divorced. Dad's in Seattle. Mom's still in the Bronx. We're close, but she worries. She should. Her daughter is dating a criminal. We're not dating. We're having dinner. We will be dating, if you want that. Confident. Honest. I want you, Bella. I want to take you to dinner. Learn what makes you happy. Meet your mother if she'll tolerate me. Have you meet my family, who will probably love you immediately, because my mother's been waiting for me to settle down for a decade. I want to wake up knowing you're safe. I want you to call me when you have a bad day. I want all of it. Bella set down her fork. That's a lot for a first date. It's honest. You asked me to be honest. I did. Okay. Honest answer from me. I'm terrified. You're intense. Your world is dangerous. You claimed me in front of people. You made my ex disappear in one night. That's not normal. No, it's not. But I also haven't felt this safe in 6 months, and I'm attracted to you. Very attracted. Which is inconvenient because you're complicated. Life is complicated. We can be complicated together. Is that a line? No, it's an offer. They finished dinner. Dom drove her home. Walked her to her door again. Tomorrow, he said. Dinner again. My place this time. I'll cook. You cook? My mother insisted all her children learn. Meet my family this weekend if you're comfortable. No pressure. That's fast. I don't waste time. But Bella... He cupped her face gently. If this is too much, tell me. I'll slow down. I'll wait. I'm patient when it matters. You're not patient. You're intense. With business. With you, I can be patient. Prove it. Dom smiled. Leaned in slowly, giving her time to pull away. Kissed her softly. Just lips, gentle, reverent. When he pulled back, Bella was breathless. Patient enough? He asked. For now. Good night, Bella. Good night, Dom. She went inside, locked the door, leaned against it. She was absolutely making a terrible decision. But for the first time in 6 months, she felt safe. Seen. Wanted in a way that wasn't possessive and controlling, but protective and genuine. Maybe terrible decisions could also be the right ones. 2 weeks later. Dom's mother was going to love Isabella. He knew this with absolute certainty as he brought Bella to Sunday dinner at the Santoro family home. You're nervous, Bella said beside him in the car. I'm not nervous. You've checked your watch 3 times and we've only been driving 10 minutes. I'm being attentive to time. You're nervous about me meeting your family. Dom glanced at her. They can be overwhelming. I teach high school. I deal with overwhelming daily. Not like this. The Santoro home in Brooklyn was large, old, filled with family. Dom's mother Rosa answered the door before they knocked. Domenico, you're late. Dinner's ready. And this must be Isabella. Rosa pulled Bella into a hug before she could respond. Beautiful. Look at you. So small. We need to feed you. Come, come. Dom caught Bella's eyes. She was smiling, bemused, letting his mother pull her inside. The dining room was chaos. Dom's 2 brothers with their wives and children. His sister visiting from the Bronx with her boyfriend. Cousins, uncles. Everyone talking over each other in a mix of English and Italian. Rosa sat Bella next to her. Started piling food on her plate while interrogating. You're a teacher? High school? English? Good, good. Smart girl. Domenico needs a smart girl. You're Catholic? No? That's okay, we'll work on that. You're young. How young? 26? And Domenico's 42? That's a gap. But if you're happy, we're happy. Are you happy? He treats you well? If he doesn't, you tell me. I'll handle him. Bella laughed. Actually laughed. He treats me very well, Mrs. Santoro. Rosa. Call me Rosa. Mrs. Santoro is too formal for family. We've been dating 2 weeks, Ma, Dom said. 2 weeks, 2 months, doesn't matter. I see how you look at her. She's family now. Dom's brother Marco, different Marco, not his head of security, grinned. Ma decided you were getting married after one dinner. Give up now, Bella. You're a Santoro whether you like it or not. I'm not complaining, Bella said. She seemed genuinely comfortable. Answering Rosa's endless questions, laughing at his brother's stories, playing with his nieces and nephews who immediately climbed on her. After dinner, Rosa pulled Dom aside. I like her. I know. She's good for you. I haven't seen you smile like this in years. Happy. Relaxed. She makes me happy. She's young. I know. But she's not a child. She's been hurt. I can see it. Someone hurt her, and she's still healing. You're helping. I'm trying. Rosa patted his cheek. You're doing good. Keep doing good. And Domenico, marry this one. Don't let her go. It's been 2 weeks, Ma. I married your father after 3 weeks. When you know, you know. Dom looked across the room. Bella was on the floor with his youngest niece, helping with a puzzle. She was smiling, patient, natural. His mother was right. He knew. Later, driving Bella home, she said, Your family is wonderful. They're loud. They're loving. Your mother hugged me 6 times. Your nieces asked if I'd teach them to read better. Your brothers threatened to hurt you if you hurt me. It was perfect. Perfect. My family dinners are just me and my mom eating Chinese takeout while she asks about my job. This was She paused. This is what family should be. They already love you. Your mother told me she's planning our wedding. She told me that too. Doesn't that scare you? No. Does it scare you? Bella was quiet. Then, no, it doesn't. Which should scare me, but it doesn't. I've known you 2 weeks and I'm already thinking about what our life could look like. That's insane. Or it's right. How do you know? Because I'm 42. I've lived enough life to recognize what matters. You matter, Bella. More than anything has mattered in a long time. That night, in Bella's apartment, they made love for the first time. Slow, careful, Dom learning every sound she made. After holding her, he said, "I love you." Bella tensed. It's too soon to say that. It's honest. I love you. You don't have to say it back. But I need you to know. Dom, it's okay. I can wait. I'm patient when it matters, remember? She turned in his arms. I'm falling. I'm not there yet, but I'm falling. Fast. Then I'll catch you. 3 weeks later. Bella was grading papers in Dom's home office. She'd basically moved in, though she still kept her apartment, when her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered anyway. Hello? Heavy breathing. Then, you think you're safe with him? Jake. Bella's blood went cold. How did you get this number? Doesn't matter. You need to know something about your boyfriend. He's dangerous. He hurt people to get to me. Threatened my family. That's who you're with. You grabbed me. You wouldn't leave me alone. He protected me. He's a monster, Bella. And when he's done with you, he'll throw you away like garbage. That's what men like him do. The call ended. Bella sat frozen. Dom was due home in an hour. She should tell him. The door opened. Dom walked in, stopped when he saw her face. What's wrong? Jake called. I don't know how he got my new number, but he called. Said you threatened his family. Called you a monster. Dom's expression went cold. Dangerous. What exactly did he say? Bella repeated the conversation. Watched Dom's jaw tighten. He's trying to scare you. Make you doubt me. Did you threaten his family? I told him that if he ever contacted you again, there would be consequences. That included his family if they helped him. Yes. Dom. He put his hands on you, Bella. He terrorized you for 6 months. I made it stop. If that makes me a monster, fine. I'm a monster. But I'm your monster, and I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. That's not... It's exactly what it is. I'm not a good man. I've done things that would horrify you. I run an organization that operates outside the law. I hurt people who threaten what's mine. That's who I am. If you can't accept that, tell me now. Bella stood, walked to him. Are you done? What? Are you done trying to scare me away? Because it won't work. I know who you are. I've known since that first night. You're dangerous. You're intense. You're probably terrifying to your enemies. But with me, you're gentle, patient. You cook me dinner and meet my mother and help my students when they have career day. You're both things. I accept both. Dom pulled her close. You're remarkable. You keep saying that. Because it keeps being true. I love you. Dom went still. Say that again. I love you. I'm terrified, and it's too fast, and you're complicated, but I love you. He kissed her, deep, possessive, claiming, I love you, and I'm never letting you go. Good. Now figure out how Jake got my number and make sure he never calls again. Already handling it. 2 days later, Jake's phone was disconnected. His social media disappeared. According to Dom, Jake had decided to move to Florida for a fresh start. Bella didn't ask questions. She was learning when to ask and when to trust. 6 months later, Dom proposed at Moretti's Café, the place where he'd first seen her, where he'd claimed her, where everything had started. He'd reserved the entire cafe for the evening, filled it with candles and flowers, had Rosa and the entire family hiding in the back. When Bella walked in, thinking they were having a normal dinner, her face was perfect. "Dom, what is all this?" "This is me asking you to marry me." He dropped to one knee, pulled out the ring his grandmother had worn. "Bella, I love you. I've loved you since I watched you grade papers and write encouraging notes to students who didn't deserve them. I loved you when you let me protect you even though it was terrifying. I loved you when you met my family and let my mother plan our wedding before we'd even discussed it. I love you now. Marry me. Make it official. Be mine forever. You claimed me 6 months ago. I'm already yours. Make it legal. Marry me." "Yes, obviously yes." He slid the ring on her finger. The cafe erupted, his family coming out from hiding, cheering, Rosa crying happy tears. They married 3 months later. Small ceremony, massive reception. Half the Bronx came. Bella's students made a toast. Rosa sobbed through the entire thing. At the reception, Bella pulled Dom aside. "Happy?" "Extremely." "No regrets about the age gap?" "None. You?" "None. Though your mother told me she's expecting grandchildren within the year." "She told me that too." "Thoughts?" "Thoughts are I love you, and maybe we start trying on our honeymoon." Dom kissed his wife, his Bella, the woman he'd claimed in a cafe and who'd claimed him right back. "Nobody touches what's mine," he whispered. "I'm yours. Forever. Forever." And in that cafe where a teacher had been grading papers and a mafia boss had been trying not to notice her, everything came full circle. Sometimes protection became love. Sometimes danger became safety. Sometimes claiming someone was really just recognizing what was always meant to be. Dom had been right that first night. She was his, and he was hers. Completely. Subscribe for more stories where protection becomes love, where dangerous men are gentle for the right woman, and where sometimes the best relationships start with 5 words. Nobody touches what's mine. Comment where you're watching from and let us know your thoughts.